You read the title, you clicked on the video. We're going to talk all about it. Apparently, Christine Brown Woolley's husband ripped Kody to shreds in the last part of the tell-all of season 19. Well, that's what Katie Joy said. She said, Kody ruined his wives. Kody loses it. Interesting. Now, per usual, we're going to react to the video. I can't play all of her video or react to all of it because she's allowed to play clips from the show. Still don't know how, but every time I try to, Discovery Media strikes my channel and removes my video, so I'm not even going to play their games today. I'll react to what I can. Here we go. Let's roll that beautiful beam footage. Notice she's still saying, hey, besties, at the beginning of her video. She took that from me, by the way, because that's what I call my patrons on Patreon. Fun fact. I see you, Katie Joy, watching me and copying me. At least she's making thousands per month. But anyway, I digress.
Besties, welcome back to my channel. It's Katie Joy. So excited because Sister Wives season 20 or 19 is finally over. And it kind of ended with like a thud. It wasn't really that exciting with this last bit of the tell-all, but there was a few moments in this tell-all that I thought were quite unique and interesting because I really appreciate Christine's husband, David, because David has experience because two of his older sisters lived in the world of polygamy. And because of that, he has experience directly with the men in polygamy. He has experience with these cultures. And if you know anything about his sisters, they were part of a community in the country of Mexico, kind of just across the border, and not the same community that Christine's family hailed from, the LeBaron group, but a different group. And he knows full well what the guys in polygamy do. And what I thought was phenomenal was that as, you know, Suki's trying to minimize the damage and the reality of polygamy and placate and, in a way, I guess, keep the show going, she tried to just look at this as like a human conversation of, oh, is this just how Kody is? Or is this just how a polygamy thing is, where the guys want her to look good? Or is it not a good thing because they've been hidden? And David just went straight for the jugular and said, no, this is not a polygamy thing about looking good. It's a polygamy thing about the men mistreating the women so that they fight with each other and compete because that's all the men want. They get off on it. They love when the women fight. David is very straightforward. And what I appreciate about David is that he is not going to play this game on this show like what we watched was normal. He's not going to pretend that the way that this system was set up was fair, that Kody was justified or kind, or that they should even entertain the fact that there's a rational reason for why Kody has done something and that somehow it's the woman's fault. Because David made clear that the women in these cultures are not allowed to feel. They're not allowed to do anything. Just stuff it down. And the guys love it because they get control from it. And I'm like, finally, someone says it without trying to pander to Kody, without trying to minimize what he's done, without trying to justify what he's done, without trying to allow him to blame someone else. Kody got off on it. He loved it. He loved the power it gave him. He said it was all ego. He loved being worshipped. So if they're all competing and he is, you know, they're all fighting, women end up very traumatized. He said his sister is ruined from it. I mean, and that is an understatement because women that come out of these systems can deal with so much trauma because many of them have suffered SA, physical, DV. They come out with trauma related to the psychological manipulation and coercion. A lot of them are leaving a system of high control, so they don't even understand really how to function in the real world. It's a lot. And then you're dealing with unwinding all of that abuse. So I was so glad to see a counterpoint finally. Proved David's point. He proved his point that even after they've left, the women, all Kody does is think that they're competing. He thinks they're comparing. He thinks that Christine is living her life trying to be like Robin. He said that last week, that she still is jealous of Robin, that they are jealous of Kody and Robin. That's how, in his world, he rationalizes all of this. Like, of course, they couldn't be trying to talk through her trauma and talk through what she experienced. No, Kody wants her to do what David said the men do, stuff it all down. Why should she get to talk about her experience? Why? She wasn't valued. That just means she's jealous. She's only saying that because she's jealous. She just wants to be like Robin. It's pretty clear that Christine doesn't want to be like Robin. In fact, Christine doesn't even want to be with Kody. She left Kody because she doesn't want to be with him. She doesn't want to be in polygamy. She wants to be in a relationship where she's valued and heard and understood. And quite honestly, after years and years and years and years and years of these women being forced to shut up and just go on, he again proves David's point that all Kody wants is the power and the control. Because if they shut up about him, and if Christine just shuts up, then she, his secrets aren't coming out. His betrayals aren't coming out. His abuse won't come out. She's only doing this because she's jealous. She's not doing this because she wants to actually speak the truth for the first time.
Sometimes Katie brings up some points that are worth discussing. Now, let's discuss Christine and her finally telling her truth. I think that is, it comes with life, Sometimes you go through things like a divorce and you need some time to decompress and feel, I'm about to use it, safe enough and comfortable enough to open up about things and struggles, Mary, this one right here, though, she's kind of taking 4 steps back every time she says things like, I don't know why Christine can't just move on. It just echoes exactly what Kody Brown says. I honestly don't think he believes anything he says. I think he's just one of those people who say things that they think everybody else wants to hear. You know what I'm saying? This dude right here don't even feel any sort of embarrassment when he says the stupid stuff he says. That right there should tell you everything you need to know. When dude acts the way he does, like a little kid, when he loses his control, when he sits there and he's like, I'm not going to say anything. I ain't got to talk about it. I don't have to talk about it if I don't want to. That right there is very telling over his mindset, his mentality, all of it. The way he thinks, the way he acts. That says everything about a person. I really don't think Christine is #bothered at all by Kody or Robin. That's why she filed for child support. She really ain't that bothered. She's like, well, okay, I'll put your ass on child support, and then we'll see what you got to say. That's why he's so angry, and he wants to cut the cameras. He don't have anything nice to say about Christine. That's why. And David just calling it like it is. David's like, well, look, my sister lived through this, so I am the outsider looking in. David is Christine's safe place. She feels comfortable with him. That's her person. That's her soulmate. He understands she has a past. He understands she was affected by it. That's life. Here's the thing that makes Christine so relatable to most women out there who've been through divorces. Now, I did want to step in and say that since Katie Joy don't know about that part because she hasn't been through a divorce and hasn't been through child support. So, since I have been through all of it, I don't know. I've lived life with some experiences. Call me seasoned, if you will. But I will say that that's life. Sometimes we find our person later on in life and we just feel comfortable enough just to let loose, baby. But don't you think, I'm sure Christine is just like me in thinking this. I wish she would lose the title of an ex-polygamist, Can she not just be a human being? Do you have the title? Do people say, well, here comes that monogamous? No. Here comes that monogamous Amanda again. It's not even, I don't even know why. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there. Can she not be known as Christine Brown Woolley? That's it. Does it got to be ex-polygamist? Let her find her new life without people pointing in directions and trying to control her. Like, you're traumatized. You need to decompress. You need therapy. Well, in my thoughts and opinions, we all need therapy, okay? I've also been seasoned in that as well. I know. I'm full of experiences. By the way, if you're new here, that should be reason enough to hit that subscribe button. Hashtag relatable. I love you so much for clicking on this video, though. I really do. But let me know in the comments below what you think about David ripping Kody to shreds, as the headlines read. I'm curious to know what you're thinking. I think Kody knows he don't need to step to David because David's going to respond and react like every grown man would. Child, not today. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you for watching. I'll see you in my next video or in the comments below.